So basically, I joined the military when I was 17. Had a military family. People that served in World War II, Vietnam, that sort of stuff. So standard feeder system into the military. I was lucky enough to become the youngest explosive detection dog handler in the country at the age of 20. So I went from combat engineer to dog handler, and basically what our role was during my 2 deployments overseas was to look for buried things that occasionally go bang. And I've seen it from both sides. I've been on the wrong side of those things personally and losing friends. Then I've seen also the highs of working with some of the finest soldiers in the country in a special operations environment, storming off a chopper in the middle of the night, wearing night vision in Helmand Province. So I was lucky enough to spend my 8.5 years full-time doing a lot of cool things. And then it came time to get out. I got put the ultimatum of where it was either go back to Afghanistan for the 3rd time, and that second trip was quite busy. You can imagine working with those sorts of people. You attract a lot of attention, and not the nice type either sometimes. So I decided to get out. And this is before With You, With Me was created. So I was on my own. I completely distanced myself. I was sitting at a kitchen table with my dad, and I decided to build my own fitness business. And within 4 years, just purely because of the determination and the skills I was given in the military, no business acumen whatsoever, in 4 years I put it into a profitable mode, and I was turning over 6 figures a year with one person running it. And anyone who knows the fitness industry, everyone's a PT. So to be able to turn that was quite impressive. But what I did, and this is leading back to a point I'll make in a second, I built a business just around my skill set. I couldn't employ anyone because no one wanted to put the tens of thousands of dollars into ongoing education. We talk about that massive amount of education you receive in the military. I still kept that mindset, which probably led to that success of it. So I then decided to wind up the military because I was looking for that team aspect again. I didn't really know where to go. So I'd heard about With You, With Me, with Tom, Thomas, Tom, there's Toms everywhere. And I decided to reach out. So this is about 6 months ago, probably 7 months ago. And I started to go through the process. So part of that process, I'll highlight, this is the work test stuff that Ash does. I did the psychometric profiling, and then about a day later I had a phone call from Tom Moore. You've probably all had a couple of things to deal with Tom. He's going, mate, you need to have a go at this Randstad gig. I go, what is that? He goes, it's recruiting. And I'd done sales in the gym before, and I thought, okay. And he explained to me, and I go, why do you think that? And he goes, well, look at your profile, look at what you've done. You're not afraid to stand in front of people, clearly. Don't need a microphone, can talk under a ton of wet cement, so I'm all right. So then I went through the process, and within about 2.5, 3 weeks, I had a letter of offer from Randstad, and I started there. So a bit of a different transition story, I think, to most, because you've got a lot of guys in the room next door that are waiting for probably that step. You've got guys that are still in, guys on long service leave, guys that sort of don't know where they're going. But probably, I'll keep this short and sweet, I'll probably give you 3 qualities from anyone from a digger level from myself, or anyone that's gone as far as Lee as well. You've got 3 qualities you can guarantee that suit any business in this room. Professionalism. If you want some guy turning up, or woman, turning up on time, well 10 minutes before is on time's late. If you want someone that's going to be dressed appropriately and performing week in, week out, that room full of blokes can do it. Next one is probably initiative. We don't sit around. Okay, if you give us a task, we can work autonomously, we can work a part of a team, but really you can put your trust in someone, and I think if you can find that talent next door and put your faith in them, they'll perform. And finally, integrity. In the day and age we live in, it's a very rare commodity, and we have a high moral compass. We don't fold on our values, and you can be guaranteed you can be honest, you can give constructive criticism and feedback, and they'll take it on board and they'll work on it. I think from your perspective, if you can harness those things, and you can find people in that candidate pool in there or future candidates, I think you'll really find, regardless of industry, because I think you're all trying to find out where your fit is and how you can use this sort of pool of people, because we're a bit different. It's not the traditional approach. I think if you can hone in on those 3 things and find how they integrate into your business, I think you're on a win, really. All right, thanks very much, guys.
Thanks.